like my VCs and whatnot. Are you using your camera?
I'm using my Mac camera. I have my camera set up, but it's just like from the side.
I don't think it makes that much of a like I don't. I feel like the audio is way more important
Yeah,
than like
and
the
I like
camera.
don't want to overdo it and just like I just want to kind of like
Yeah.
do the stream. I don't want to like worry too much about the details. Almost ready here.
Yeah.
Um, okay. Oh, 6 a.m. Pacific time. We will be streaming, listening through the album, reacting to all the surprise features, seeing what theories are true, seeing what theories are false. Probably a lot of them are going to be false, but we're going to go through a few theories right now and see like what, because we can't wait. We just got to figure it out before we even get the album. But some of these are pretty interesting. I have not been consuming this content, but Mac has been following it like a hawk, so he's going to be like guiding me through this whole process. Um, but let's get right into it, I guess. Let me open up this. Um, all right, so we have this. Um, so we have this snippet right here that he just posted yesterday, right? And a lot of people weren't sure
Yeah.
if this was actually him because he said, didn't he say like something like he doesn't post on, he's never gonna post on TikTok or something like that?
Yeah. I don't remember him like when he said that. I feel it was like some random interview, but yeah, people are like referencing that.
Yeah. But let's just listen to this.
My mother's hands don't look the same. These jet black strands are turning gray. I'm gaining weight, I'd rather rest. The thought of children, it brings me stress. Because time is changing. But don't you wait on me, I'll be fine. But don't you wait on me, I'll be fine. Don't you wait for me, 'cause time got nothing right. No. We're not tomorrow. Chromakopia.
Uh,
Let me also send you this like Reddit
let
thing.
let us know if you can hear this
Um,
in the chat. By the way, um, I don't want to look like an idiot just out here listening to nothing to you guys. But yeah, send me that. But what do you think?
well, all right. So first, I think like people were saying that this isn't Tyler. So okay, there's a couple. There's ones people were saying it's AI, which I don't like. I think that's just like not true at all. But then other people were saying like this is a leak, and he didn't mean to post it. Like it's just like a fake account. And then people were like, well, it's a verified Chromacopia account. Then someone was like, well, Kanye has a verified account on TikTok where it posts a bunch of leaks. So like TikTok isn't
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
it's not legitimately verifying people out here. But I mean, I feel like it's legit. And I'm curious, like once all said and done, like, is this going to be on the album? It sounds kind of like an outro track, like kind of like the last track of the album or something. Um, and I don't know, the reason I think he did this is like he wanted this to be like a very low key snippet where like it's not a huge production of like this is a snippet that I'm putting out, but more so like okay, this is like for like people who are super into my music, like they'll find this.
yeah,
And I think it's kind of like somewhat of a way to him to like introduce lightly that he's doing something like very different with this, with like his singing. Like this is like some singing that he's never done before, like this falsetto, and it's very like Steve Lacy esque. So I think it's kind of like he's like easing people into that sound rather than like just dropping it out of nowhere.
yeah,
Because I think like, and I remember when he started singing on, I think when he started singing, it was like Cherry Bomb or Flower Boy, and I remember he was like very like I went to a concert and he was like kind of self-conscious about it. Like he was like making jokes about it. So I kind of think he's still a little self-conscious about like doing different types of singing, and I think this is his way to kind of like compensate for that. So I don't know. That's what I think of it. I don't think it's, and I think it would have gotten taken down by now if it wasn't legit.
Yeah.
Um, so
Um, so when you sent me this, I thought it was Frozen because of this, and I also like this. I think this
oh
leads
no
into
no
the belief that this is maybe like not him because it's just like a still from that video. But I feel like he's done this voice a lot. Maybe I'm misremembering. You obviously know more about him than I do, but this like it's like this voice. I feel like I've heard it a lot, but um, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was.
yeah
Some people
yeah
were saying they heard like Rex Orange County and stuff like that, but I don't know.
yeah. Where people are like, "That's Frank." It's like
Yeah, I know.
it does sound so much like it sounds so much like a Steve Lacy song though. Like this sounds like a rough demo off of Gemini, right?
Yeah.
It's like I feel like it's so clearly he was influenced by that album. And I
Yeah.
was also because the other thing I was wondering was on this album, I think the cover art it says all songs written and produced by Tyler. So I was like, did he play guitar here, or is it like did he have like Steve Lacy or like Rex Orange County or something play guitar?
Mm,
Because like would
interesting.
that be considered someone else producing it?
I feel like
I
he's
don't
like
know.
he always like produces his songs, but then he has other people help on it. So I think he just says that. I don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. Let's go into the next one. So this is like a theory you sent me that this guy believes in. Let's just watch it.
Yeah.
Now, hear me out. I think we may have found the motive. Sorry, not sorry. The general dude is in the video. Literally same suit. We go to St. Chroma. So Chroma the Great conducts all the colors. Well, Tyler's this St. Chroma conductor, similar to how he was Igor. This will explain why he's like this in the album cover. Bro's conducting. And what is a conductor? The leader, a general. Stay with me now, stay with me. I don't think these are meant to be features. They're all the same, but different hairstyles, like industry rappers. So many lulls, one sounds the same. The music industry is shipping these rappers to us. No color in the music industry. It's just churning. Rather than shipping it to us, that motherfucker blows it up. On this new video today, he's shipping them away again, but look, he takes some people out. Lil Yachty, why is he important? He was just another little rapper just doing basic raps, all that stuff. What saved Yachty? This freaking album! This is why whenever something blows up, or something shakes up, we get color. The only way to get color back in hip-hop is to destroy the norms, destroy tradition. That's why he has a lyric that says give an F about tradition. This is why the industry hates him. She's like, we gave you Grammys, we gave you awards. Now you want to destroy us, which is why he's a villain in this arc. And that's why he all the other eras. He already had the commercial success. All those Grammys, he's like, burn it all. We're restarting with a new world and I'm an overthinker, but I love it. Now,
I also love how this guy's like he's like whisper shouting.
Yeah. He has roommates.
Yeah, it's like clear he has roommates.
Yeah, I agree with everything up until like this part where he starts talking about Yachty's other album. I don't think
Yeah,
I think he just did this because that's who's on tour with him. I don't think it's like this grand.
yeah,
But I get what he's saying where he blows it up and stuff. I do think that like I think people's theories are a little too on the nose sometimes where it's like, oh, he's blowing it up because of the industry. When it could just be like I don't know. I just feel like that's way too on the nose for him, but I think it's mostly like this is everything I've been reading and stuff like that too.
yeah. Um, yeah, I think I agreed with the whole um like shipping the rapper like the same rappers are all the same and then they blow it up and it's like color or whatever. But I don't think it's like super it's not like that's very clearly what it is. So I don't know.
So there's this like let's do this. Hold on. Because I've seen this. This is what people reference a lot.
No one thought.
I am just like when I saw this, I didn't think much of it, but this was on his deluxe. This is the last song on his deluxe of his last album. What's up, an evening with music? Good to see you. Welcome to the chat. We're just discussing any theories we have before the album comes out. But before I get more into this, we are streaming on Monday when the album comes out at 6 a.m. PST. We're just gonna go through the album, listen to it, and then just like discuss it and everything, just like how we normally do. But we're just gonna start streaming the stuff we do. But 6 a.m. PST Monday. We'll see you there. So this is Sorry Not Sorry. This is the last song off of his deluxe album of Calling Me Get Lost, the estate sale. So he like clearly had this, like if you look at the very beginning, this is clearly like the same outfit as Saint Chroma, or at least that's his name, Saint Chroma, whatever, the new character. And so he's clearly like planning it, and then like you see the green. Obviously a lot of this is probably like we'll figure out after the album drops. But then you see all of his eras in here. And there's a theory on Reddit that this one right here, this Tyler, is Saint Chroma. This is like the first version of him before he um I guess became whatever he is now. And then I don't even know if I can show this if I'll get, but he starts like they're all rapping and stuff, and he starts killing off his old, like he pulls away the like wolf Tyler, and then he ends up killing Saint Baudelaire. And there's like a theory that the reason he's exploding these like shipping containers is because he's like killing off his past selves, and he's like that's why it's like saying sorry because of like, I guess, I don't know what he's sorry for.
Oh,
There's Go ahead.
or I just wonder, like with all these theories, I'm like, are we gonna get an answer? Like,
No.
like because I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm like, okay, I feel like there's all these theories floating around. And it's like, is it actually gonna like, are we gonna get like an answer when the album comes out? Like, oh, this is what it is. I
Yeah.
don't think we will, and I
No.
think that's like, and that's like what's good is like I don't think like usually good art and like movies, it's like you never get like a certain ending. It's like you kind of then have to like have your own theories of like how it actually the meaning of it and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think I think part of it too is it's like a lot of it is like in the album, like the story, if it is like we're explaining it, it's probably going to be way too shallow to be a whole album. So he probably has to have way more to it, but I do think he wants people doing what we're doing, where we're like trying to
oh,
figure it out.
totally.
So he throws hints in there. Um
That's what's also funny when he always like talks. I feel like his whole thing now is like I hate people like prying and trying to like get into my personal life, which I think that's different maybe than like I always think of like what we do, where like I'll put out a video where it's like, oh, I'm analyzing it and I'm like so invested in it, which I don't think he gives a shit about that as much. And like my whole thing is like he thrives off that because then people are talking about him and
yeah.
like talking about his art. I think it's different though. Like when people are like going up to him in public and being like, "Yo, like let me get a picture. Like I love you."
Mhm.
Like maybe that stuff is
Yeah.
that's too much,
Yeah,
but
it does feel like the theme of Noid is different than what is like what our theories are. So I don't know. I think it's yeah, I don't know. I think this theory is correct, but
why he's like this.
this is way too like surface level for it. I think it's just an aspect of the entire
yeah,
album.
I-
One more thing.
yeah.
One more thing I wanted to talk about before we sign off. I wanted to go through this special thing. Um,
Here we go.
yeah, let's first of all, before we go into the Uzi album, what did you think of Dr- Bully?
Dude, these posts are. Dude, I'm concerned with Bully that yeah, I think you're way too far back. That's May.
Yeah, I don't know
Um
where the announcement is, but
maybe just type in Bully Kirko on Google.
yeah.
But I'm concerned because I'm like this shit's coming out way too quick. Like he announced it like 2, 3 weeks ago. Or
I
like two
know.
weeks ago.
And
And he's already like
there's no
I
way
don't
he's
know.
like sitting there making the album like behind the scenes, like working his ass off. Like you saw the
I mean he
snippets.
has been pretty quiet though on socials, so I'm kinda like, is he like locked in?
Yeah,
And he looks healthy now, you
I
know,
know
like
the
he
pictures of everyone seeing like maybe he
yeah,
does
pull up
have
the
a tummy.
before at let me see if I can find there's like a before after.
I got there's a yeah, I don't remember where that photo is, but he brought back the goatee. Um, I love how much you know which year it is by just seeing what Tyler's wearing and doing. Yeah, that's what we were actually talking about this last night, where it feels like I wish every artist I loved treated their music like Tyler does, where he like really puts like every thought into it. But then like you see like Kanye is like we're like he announces an album and we just almost like groan because we're like, oh no, like what is this gonna be like? Is this gonna be like accidentally great, or is it just gonna be like AI slop? Um,
Yeah.
and it does feel like nowadays it's like albums are just like there's an intention behind it because something is happening and he just like wants to say stuff. It's like his best platform. It's almost like if he has like a Twitter, his music is a little better because then he could just like say his things and then use the music. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even though that's pre-sale and there's merch, I have no expectations for this album to ever really be released. But then we also have
So like what? So what? They're not. So they're just like not doing Vultures 3.
I hope
It's
not.
just over.
I don't I hope not. And then we have Eternal Take 2 got announced, which I believe this cover is AI, which tells you a lot about.
Wait, that's AI.
That's what people were
I mean,
saying.
I guess it looks kind of like AI.
If you look in the back, like look at this face, like that's clearly I don't know. Someone told me it was AI, but uh, either way, I do think I really think that like Uzi's albums are they have great rollouts. He has a great. We were talking about this a few days, just yesterday. He has great like design in his album rollouts. His cover art's like very focused. His music videos are very focused. Like he has this theme, like Eternal Take One. Like it's such a cool idea to do like a culty like sci-fi album, but like only a few of the songs really fit the theme. And it's like it's not a very focused album. And even annoying as Kanye is right now, he like really sticks to a style for an album and just like does it. And that's what didn't JPEG Mafia say that about Kanye? He's like he's one of the most like he's so good at like focusing on like a sound. And that's what makes him like
Mm,
so great. And Tyler is just
yeah,
like that too, where like he's such a good artist that he can choose a different sound and he like focuses on one and
yeah.
it makes it. I think
That's what
Uzi is like his sound is just so bouncing around the place that like he has cool ideas, he just can't like create it fully into a full album.
That's why I respect whenever an artist will put out they'll like do an album like kind of like Tyler did with the estate sale, where they'll put out like the bone or like Kendrick did with Untitled Unmastered, where it's like, dang, you didn't put this like sick song on your album because it didn't fit.
Yeah,
And
right.
it's like the song is so good, and like you're like, oh, it just didn't fit the theme. Like I'm just
Yeah.
like, that's so cool when people do that because it's like you're not like sacrificing your vision for like a quality
Yeah.
song.
Dude, it's like if like a lot of artists if they have like a Kanye feature, they're going to be like, "Oh, well this is making the album for sure." But if it sucks, then don't put it on. But like if you're a rising artist and you want to like get listens, you put it on no matter what. But like
Yeah.
Tyler, like him having Uzi on the album, or not Uzi, Cardi on his album, his on Igor, it was like different than any kind of Cardi song we've heard in a while. And it's because
Yeah.
he had the sound and he reached out to him, not the other
Well,
way
it's like
around.
uh, I was kind of agreeing with you in like, oh, if you're like an up and coming rapper and you get a Kanye feature, it's like, okay, like this is like a gold, this is gold,
Mm,
and like I need this. But I will say, Tyler on Wolf, which was 2013, he had that song with Pharrell, "I Fucking Hate You." You know that song where it's like,
yeah.
"I fucking hate you." Yeah. So Kanye heard that when Tyler was playing the album before he released it, and then Kanye was like, "I need to be on this."
Oh
And
really?
he got on it, and then Tyler was like, "Nah, this doesn't fit," and he didn't put Kanye on it. And I'm like, so I don't know. Sometimes like that's an example of like, oh, you have a Kanye feature, like you're not gonna use it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
I
thought that
think
was pretty
that's the
cool.
one thing that like Kanye has over a lot of artists is he has like the ability to choose right now and he's like pissed off a lot of people because he just like doesn't put out everything and but like it also makes it so that he doesn't just like choose everything. Okay, so anything else? I think we've covered all the things we want to cover. We will be streaming
Do you think?
when the album comes out, and we're gonna be going through it all, song by song, going through every lyric, every theory. Um, yeah. What's up?
6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m.
6 a.m.
Eastern.
Pacific. Yep.
I've question for you. This is random, but
Mm-hmm.
do you think, speaking of music, I know ASAP Rocky was in the news, and now it's kind of like he's not really rolling out anything. Do you think? Okay, first, do you think ASAP's album is going to come out by end of year?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
No.
Second,
He's gonna drop a song, and if the song doesn't hit again, he's not dropping for like another 3 years. Because he's just
yeah,
putting out songs. He's like, come on, this is the one. And then once it
yeah,
hits, then if you really want a ASAP Rocky album, listen to his music, even if you don't like it, because he's waiting for people to stream
yeah.
it.
He's the opposite of like any like Frank Ocean or Playboi Carti. It's like give him so
yeah,
much
yeah,
confidence
he
versus
needs
like those guys. You have to be like,
validation.
nah. Yeah, he needs validation. Okay, but the second question I have, the last one is, do you think Cardi's gonna drop first, or do you think
No,
ASAP's gonna drop first?
well, I mean, I don't know,
Like
because
album.
yeah, I have no like gauge of this, but just knowing the two people, it's like if I were like to put a parlay on it or like put a bet on it, like if you could bet on this kind of shit, I would bet ASAP Rocky 10 times out of 10. It'd be
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
stupid not to. Um, but yeah, I have nothing more to say. This is just what I wanted to talk about quickly. But anything else from you?
No,
All right.
I'm excited for the album.
Yep.
Oh,
Monday.
you're going to
Oh
the
yeah,
show, right?
yeah. I gotta buy tickets. It opens at 8, right? Or
People
9?
were 9. People were theorizing that because he said like, oh, I'm gonna go and just like stand in the middle and let it play and
Yeah.
lip sync. But people were like, oh, he's trolling because he always hates when people do that. Like he hates when Kanye does it. Like he has that comment on Kanye's post where he's like, bro, you're right there, just sing into the mic.
Oh,
So people are thinking he's trolling and he's actually gonna do a performance, which I
interesting.
kind of believe. I kind of
Yeah,
believe
because
that.
he did the same thing with like announcing his album. He said that we're not working on like you don't have to ask about albums all the time, and then he just announced
Yeah,
his album
totally.
like a few days later.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's my
interesting.
theory. I mean, when you go,
Yeah,
if
I'll
I'm
let you know
right,
if you're right. All
then
right, cool.
I don't know.
All right, cool. Well, we'll see
All
you
right.
guys Monday, 6 a.m. PST. We're gonna be listening to the album all the way through, going through theories, and then we'll figure out where it lands in his discography. But yeah, all right.